Hi everybody, this is Jeff from sixstringobsession.com. Today I'm going to show you how to tune your guitar strings with a guitar tuner. Before we can really get started though, you have to know the difference between what is flat and what is sharp. For instance, if I'm going to tune to a certain note, that's the note we want to hit. If I'm hearing this on my guitar, that means I'm flat. It's a lower sounding pitch. It means that my string is too loose and I have to tighten it to get to the pitch I need. On the other hand, if that's my note and I'm hearing this from my guitar, you can hear that it's a little bit higher in pitch. It's above where our standard pitch is, and the string is too tight, so we have to loosen it. You'll need to tune your guitar each time before you play. Otherwise your chords may sound really bad. Okay, after you tune it a few times, it'll start to stay in tune better. You'll find you won't have to re-tune as much, especially if you have a well-built guitar. And if possible, get someone that has musical experience to help you with this, especially the first time, because it's not easy to do. And when if you first buy the guitar, if you buy it from a music store, have them tune it before you leave the store. Okay, first thing you gotta do is you gotta decide what kind of a tuner you want for yourself. I really like this one. It's called a Q12E Exogenic tuner. The thing I like about it is a real needle. You can see that orange. It doesn't appear orange there, but that needle is real. The digital needles on a lot of the other ones I haven't had a lot of luck with because they jump around too much and it's harder to tune. The other thing I like about this is this is called a chromatic tuner because it goes, you may not be able to see these letters well enough yet, but you can see there's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then there's even a sharp button. So that'll let us know the sharps are in between some of those notes. But it's good that it lets you know what the scale is like, so that if you're way off, I'll show you in a minute, like between a D and an E, if you're a whole note off, this will you'll get used to work with the scale, so it'll help you figure that out. So I turn on my tuner, and now I got to find my E string. This is my high E string, and this is the closest to the floor. So it's the thinnest string. I got to follow it up so I can get to the right tuning key, and that's it right there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be tuning to. And I want it to get to an E. Okay, and I go ahead and I hit it with my pick, and as you can see, it's pointing to a D. So that means I need to go to the E, which is higher. You can see the E is right to the right of D. So what I'm going to do is I have to tighten my string. My string is way too loose, so I'm going to start turning it. Think of that old righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay, so I'm going to turn it to the right because I got to tighten it. I'm just going to keep turning it up. Okay, you can see the E lights up. And you can also see there's a red arrow pointing to the left. So that means I want to get to where it's green. That green central one right there. Yep, starting to. Okay, and there we are. That string is tuned. Okay, so now we're going to tune our second, or B string. Okay, so I go ahead and I pluck the string up, and you can see it says C. So we didn't get to the B area yet. So that means I'm too high actually. It's kind of confusing because this scale goes up to a B, but it'd be A, B, C. So C is higher than B. So I'm way sharp. So I have to loosen my string, and again I'm going to go think of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so I'm going to turn it now to loosen it. I'm going to turn to my tuning key to the left. Okay, I'm getting close. It says B there, but now the needle's pointed to the right. I got to get that needle to point straight up to the 0 or 440. So I keep loosening that string. Oop, I went too far. It's now flat, but the light still says that I'm at a B. I don't know if you can see it very well, but that showed a B. So I got to tighten it now, so I'm going to turn it to the right now. There we go, that's in tune. You want to try and get it just all green, but if you get a occasional red arrow with the green, that's fine. Okay, we tuned up 2 strings already. We can do the same process now to tune our other strings. Okay, we have the 3rd string, which is a G, the 4th string, which is a D, 5th string, which is an A, and the 6th string, which is an E. And one good way you can remember the names of these notes, and you do need to memorize it, it's E, A, D, G, B, E. As long as you start from the top, you can remember a sentence for each letter. And it would be elephants and donkeys got big ears. So it's E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, and the other thing to remember now is when I'm tuning these keys, for these strings, these are pointed upward. So now I have to remember that the direction for tightening and loosening is reversed. Okay, for instance, if this D string is too loose and I have to tighten it now, I can't do righty-tighty. This time I'm going to have to turn it left to tighten it. Okay, as a guitarist, you're going to want to develop your ears so that you can tune your strings by just listening to 2 notes. One really great feature of this tuner here is I can also play the sound of the note I need to match and develop my ear skills. So I can turn it on to tune. Okay, right now that says a C note. I hit this button below that says tuning. Okay, there's an E note. And then my next note would be a A note. And then a D. And then the next will be my G. And so on. Alright, so keep strumming, and I'll catch you on the next one.